clap sounded better than mine.
Well, sorry, I'm better at clapping.
That's true.
Sounds like a you problem.
What's Alan doing right now? Is he here?
He's walking the puppy.
Aww,
because
that's cute.
Simba would have jumped in my lap. So
Simba what?
Simba would have jumped in my lap if he had been in here, most likely.
Isn't Simba like 75 pounds?
Yeah, he's kind of big.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, when anytime Alan's dad's in town, you can tell how disappointed he is. He's like, "Why is your huge dog in your lap?" So why am I here?
That's great. Why am I here? Yeah.
So yeah.
Caddy never got to be that big. Caddy's still like probably 55, I think.
Oh, that's a good size.
Yeah. She's a good size. I mean, Simba's a good size too. I don't know if Simba's a good size for a lap dog.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
But apparently that's common for Goldens to just crawl all over you. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But they
to crawl over you?
Yeah. I've heard other people say their Goldens are like weird.
Like really affectionate?
Yeah, weird and affectionate. That was his deal.
That makes sense. Are you looking forward to your birthday?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
What do you mean you guess?
I don't know. 30 feels crazy. 30? Yeah.
It's early March, though. You still have a couple weeks.
Yeah. Oh, God. A couple weeks. Fuck.
Yeah. Okay. You're good to go.
That's really soon. That's soon.
A little bit. It's scary.
Yeah. You're just You're just a wee baby.
A wee 27-year-old.
Baby.
I'll be 28 in April, though.
That's exciting.
I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for my birthday. I'll probably do something much smaller than what you're doing, though.
Yeah, sorry. Making you fly across the country. If you're coming, you better be.
I hope I can.
I mean,
it really depends on it depends on where you're eating green beans out of a can. What? That's crazy.
Why? It's less
I've never seen anyone do that to themselves.
You're welcome.
Eat green beans out of a can directly. Are they cold? Don't you have to heat up green beans?
I don't really like hot green beans.
Just thought it'd be worth noting that she's done this since she was little.
I don't know.
No, Leo's voice pops in from nowhere. That's wild.
Sorry.
Quick producer note. Katie, can you try pushing your microphone a little bit away from your face again?
You're so bossy.
Sorry.
That's much better, especially because you're eating raw green beans.
Shut up.
What's funny is this is an audio
You wish you were
This
eating.
is an audio format. He didn't have to out you like that.
Well,
yeah, that's true. But I did.
Although the ASMR guessing game of what is that clinking sound could have been.
Yeah. What is Katie? Oh no, that's mukbang right there.
All right,
Mukbang
well, guys,
is so gross.
Welcome to your first episode. Do you guys want to toss around potential ideas for an intro?
Okay, Katie said she had an intro possibly planned, so I'll let you go first.
Well, I gotta think for a second. I had the gist of it, but now I'm on the spot and I feel very rumbly in my tumbly. You know.
You feel a little nervous.
I feel a little nervous.
That's good. I feel no nerves at all.
Great. That's because you've done theater and shit.
Well, I did theater and I did a podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
So, we did a podcast. How long was our podcast, Leo?
We did about...
It was 25 episodes?
I think so. I don't know if
I listened to every single one.
That's good. So did my ex-girlfriend.
Oh,
our two loyal listeners.
Yeah.
Your sister and your ex-girlfriend.
Yep. The big two. I'm sure my current girlfriend will watch this.
Hope so.
Or listen to this. She told me to text her when the first episode comes out. To text her the link.
You can't just tell her in person? I guess.
Well, no, to text her the link.
Oh, yes.
I can't tell her the link.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You
just
in
see
the
her.
same room and be like, it dropped.
Here's the real question, Leo. How are we allowed to date ourselves in terms of when we're recording this? Because I know we're banking things.
Yeah, date away.
But the Super Bowl is tomorrow.
Yep. Sports.
I could not care less who wins. Mm-hmm. I kind of wanted the Commanders to be in it because we're from DC, and I wanted the Bills to be in it because we're kind of from DC.
Okay,
we're DC adjacent.
When would the Commanders ever win the Super Bowl?
Wait, what are you talking about? You know they were in the semifinals, right?
Were they really?
Yeah.
No, I don't pay attention to football.
Oh yeah. No, they're good.
Look at me. I don't give a shit about football.
They're good. They're good, and not only that, they have a rookie Jaden Daniels, who's very good, their quarterback. So they're going to be good for like years to come, which is pretty crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah, they got to the, whatever it's called, the conference finals or whatever. So they were one game away from the Super Bowl. But they lost to the Eagles.
Look how, like, ravishing Leo looks in his little photo there.
He looks good. That photo
you
looks
look
really
good.
Leo, I'm getting Joelle vibes from you.
Ew.
And what that means? What do you mean? You don't know who Joelle is?
I had a roommate in freshman year of college named Joelle, and she was not.
I'm thinking of local
not great.
local Slasian diva of L.A. Joella, the drag queen. Who are you talking about?
So in Fake Doctors, Real Friends, the Scrubs rewatch podcast, they have two producers, Daniel and Joelle. And Joelle I think Joelle talks a little bit more than Daniel, because Daniel's like the engineer producer, and Joelle's also like a different producer. But they're on, and they talk like during the podcast just a little bit, just like you hear them laughing, and they interject sometimes. They keep the podcast on the right track,
Same
kind of
with,
like Leo does.
I really like the producer on it's like my favorite podcast.
The New Girl podcast?
No, not the New Girl podcast. The one that Jake Johnson does.
Because the New Girl podcast is the New Girl podcast is also Joelle.
Yeah. No, it's what is wrong with me? We're here to help. That's
the Jake Johnson podcast?
It's my favorite podcast right now. Holy shit.
Who's on it besides him?
His name is Gareth Reynolds. He's a comedian. And
Is he funny?
Oh my God. Yeah. He cracks me up. Yeah, it's a really good podcast. But they got kind of burnt out. So, I mean, I hope they still do it because it's so fucking funny.
Well, that's what happened to the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia podcast. They did a bunch of podcasts.
Yeah.
They were going strong, really popular, and then the strike hit.
Yeah.
So they couldn't do it while the strike happened, and then they just never returned. It's been like a year.
I assumed they wouldn't. I mean, they literally talked about in every episode, they're like, we'll probably not do another one. We'll probably not do another one. We'll probably not do another one.
I know,
And
but
then
they were
just did
so
it.
funny.
I know.
They were so good. I love
that show.
Did you see the Abbott Elementary It's Always Sunny crossover?
It was great.
It was good.
I'm
not the biggest Abbott fan, TBH. Like I'm still watching every episode,
Yeah, me
but like
too.
I'm kind of getting bored with it a little bit.
Yeah, but Tyler
It's Always
James or
Sunny-
whatever his name is so hot. Oh my God.
Well, yeah, he's good as Gregory for sure. Tyler James Williams or Williams James or whatever.
No. Hot guy.
Yeah, no, he's good. Quint is good. Everyone's good in it. I just think the writing is kind of like I really want a little stronger vibe between him and Janine. Yeah, like I want their love story to be more like Pam and Jim, or like Michael and Holly, or even like Parks and Rec. You got Ben and Leslie. Like they're still exploring that a little more, I guess. So that's like fine, but I feel like it's just not as strong as previous shows have done, romances.
I want more of Eddie. Gregory.
I
want more of him
Eddie,
because he was, oh my God, a couple episodes ago, he had me crying laughing, and I don't remember what exactly happened.
Was it the truffles?
Yes, the fucking truffles.
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah, that was good.
Dying. I was like, okay, wait a second.
Yeah.
You need to do more.
He was good. Yeah. When he emotes a little more, because his character's supposed to be very stoic.
Yeah.
But when he shows a little emotion, I'm like, oh, like this is a good character.
Yeah.
Like they
Wait.
need to do that more.
What happened with the truffles?
He got
the white truffles.
Really passionate about truffles, and I don't know if you may not have seen the episode. I think it was last week's episode, wasn't it?
I think it was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago? Okay.
It was before Science Fair. It was Gerard's Creek. So it was season 4, episode 12.
My God, you're...
Approximately.
Oh my God. At minute 5.
That seems like a great time to mention that you guys should tell them that this is a television show podcast.
Oh, hey.
Yes, it is.
Welcome to our podcast.
They should know that. If you're listening to this, you probably know we're just going to talk about television for an hour.
And I'll probably end up bringing up movies, and Leo will be like, Katie, it's a television podcast, and I'll be like, fuck off, I don't care.
That's fine, because I watch a lot of movies. I've seen every movie this year that I've wanted to see, except Emilia Perez, just because I know it's bad, and I'm like waiting.
So
I'm like,
bad.
I know it's nominated for 13 Oscars, so like I'm like I have to see it. I have to see it. It's not going to win that much though, because of the whole controversy
Hope not.
around
It's
it.
so bad.
Yeah, I don't know why they
Penis
it was
or
nominated.
vagina.
Yeah, that's the only clip I've seen from it. I've seen that, and I've seen Zoe Saldana. I've seen nothing from Selena Gomez.
I love Zoe Saldana as an actress. She was not that good in the movie. I don't get it.
She'll probably win the Oscar.
No, I don't think so.
It's between her and Ariana.
For Best Supporting, but who else is up for it? For Best Supporting?
It's Isabella Rossellini from Conclave.
Maybe.
I think that part is too small.
I don't like that movie.
I liked Conclave a lot, actually, but I thought that part was too small.
Okay.
Zoe Saldana, Ariana Grande, Isabella Rossellini, and then there's two others that are so minor that they're not even like on my radar. Like they're just not gonna. There's just no way they win.
Well,
like it's clear.
By the time this comes out, we'll have winners. So do you want to make your predictions?
Ooh. Okay, yeah, that's good.
Wait, I have to look up the nominees.
Yeah.
I mean, I have predictions, and then I have who I want to win, which are
of course,
totally different things.
That's how it always is.
Oscar.
Who it is?
I really wish.
Oh, it's probably Felicity Jones. Felicity Jones is probably up for
great.
supporting for Brutalist.
2020. I still haven't seen The Brutalist because it's
Brutalist
4
is good.
hours
It's just
long.
It's 3 hours and 35 minutes.
Excuse the shit out of me.
It's 3 hours and 20 minutes because it has a 15-minute intermission at the perfect place.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I will need to pee in my own house.
Yeah, it really needed... No, you should see it in person, actually.
In person? What the fuck does that mean? I mean, the movie theater?
In a theater? Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm going to go on set and be like...
It's Monica Barbaro from A Complete Unknown. Or Barbaro.
I still haven't seen that.
She's the last... I haven't seen A Complete Unknown or Amelia Perez. Those are the two I haven't seen.
I don't recommend Amelia Perez.
I saw I'm Still Here a couple days ago.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was very good.
I hear that was good. One of Alan's friends who... I don't know where she lives. Whatever. She said it was really good. Honora... Fuck off. Honora was so good.
Yeah, Honora was very good.
Oh, my God. That was amazing.
Jillian has seen it tonight because she hasn't seen it before,
which
is shocking.
Actress in it
since like November.
The actress in it reminded me of Jillian a little bit, the way she acted and stuff.
Oh, that's not a compliment.
Hi, Jillian. We love you.
Jillian. Oh, Leo, actually, and Katie, do you know what happened with Jillian recently?
No. Is it good?
There's Jillian news.
Good news. There's Jillian news. She just texted it.
I know she got a boyfriend.
That's old news at this point.
Excuse me.
Yeah, sorry, David. The new news is she's gonna be going to Minnesota for 3 months to play Elsa in the tour of Frozen, like Anna and Elsa.
Way to go,
Wait, that's awesome. Good for her. Wait, whatever.
That'll be old news by the time this comes out because she's doing it from March until June, I think.
Wow.
Let's go back to TV though.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I really like movies too. Okay, I'll shut up.
I know.
About movies.
I also like. We can make it a TV and movie thing. That's totally fine with me.
It's true.
So who's your? Let's just do one pick then. Who's your pick for Best Picture for the Oscars?
Okay.
You probably want Honora.
I mean, I gotta. Let me see here. Let me see all the...
I can tell you all 10 of them right now off the top of my head.
You're insane. No, I'm looking at it. It's fine. I have the internet.
Yeah.
And I can pick internet or Rees. I can pick internet.
I think
I want the
Brutalist is going to win.
I really want the Substance to win.
Oh, Substance won't win Best Picture, but it was a good movie.
Demi Moore is going to win. But if she doesn't, I'm throwing my remote at the TV.
Dude, I'm not. When I tell you it's a 3-horse race for Best Actress, like I've never seen something this close before.
Really? But didn't she win the Golden Globe and the SAG?
So Demi Moore won the Golden Globe, but Fernanda Torres from I'm Still Here also won the Golden Globe because they divided into two categories.
But who won the SAG award? Have the SAG awards happened yet?
I don't know if SAG's happened, but Mikey Madison won the Critics' Choice Award last night.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
And Cynthia Erivo has been winning stuff back and forth. Like, it's a 4-horse race. It's just like not Carla Gascon, whatever.
Okay. Great.
The Amelia Perez woman.
Or vagina. Sorry.
Well, no, it's because she's super racist. Like all these tweets came out, and she's like been really Islamophobic and racist, and so they're not even campaigning for her anymore. They took her off the campaign. It's crazy.
That's probably good.
Yeah. No, I mean they're trying to salvage their. Great. Oh, gross. That's so nasty. That's so crazy that you had green bean
almost
bread.
ate my microphone. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah. So I've seen the first 3 episodes of Severance. I just saw the Goats episode. The 4th one came out last night. I know there's a huge twist. I'm not ready for it. Don't tell me anything.
I can't actually remember what episode I watched now.
It's
because
called Woe's Hollow.
It was insane, first of all. But
don't tell me anything.
Okay, no, I won't say anything, but I don't actually know if we watched, because sometimes we're behind on TV, not to like expose myself or anything. So
no, I mean, you watch so much, sometimes you get a little behind.
I don't watch that much. I've only watched like 50 shows in the past month. You know what?
Oh my God.
Let's see. How many shows
do you have your app?
No, I don't use my app. But so for this year, I watched 14 shows in January.
What? That's crazy. That's more than I watch for sure.
I want to talk about first of all how impressive I am, because I'm working a full-time job and I watched 14 shows at the same time.
Wait, full shows though?
Yeah, so I watched
or like
High Potential, which
Yeah, I love Caitlin Olsen, but that show wasn't grabbing me.
Funny for that show.
That's the problem. Yeah. The problem is she's so funny in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia that if the writing is like anything below that, it's like it can't be done.
She's funny
yeah.
in Hacks. Not as funny as
she is funny in Hacks.
But
yeah, she is funny in Hacks. She got an Emmy nomination for Hacks.
So some of these are cheat. It's kind of cheating.
Okay, some of it's cheating if it's like The Nanny or something.
The After Party, meh, on Apple TV.
After Party's kind of subpar.
Yeah.
I love Ben Schwartz, love Sam Richardson, but it's fine.
Alan and I started turning on, we kind of just space out. And I think everyone needs that show.
Did you watch season 2?
Yeah.
I stopped after season 1.
I actually like season 2 better than season 1.
Oh, okay.
So, but like only a little bit. And then
it got canceled, so whatever.
This show called Missing You, which I didn't like. I actually stopped after the second episode. I was like, bruh.
Oh, okay.
Laid on Peacock is really funny and dark.
You like Peacock.
I love
You're a Peacock girl.
I love a Peacock.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Day of the Jackal I want to see on Peacock. That's supposed to be good.
The Jackal. Oh, maybe I didn't.
Eddie Redmayne show?
Oh, yeah, I watched the first episode. See, I'm so picky about shows.
I know, but it's supposed to get better. I would give that one a second chance.
I'll try a second time, but... okay, so yeah, Rocket Power, Recess, True Detective.
What season?
I watched, I watched the most recent season with Jodie Foster. Here's the deal.
Didn't work for me.
Mayor of Easttown
Easttown's good.
The best detective show ever, I think. Like, oh my
really?
God.
Over season 1 of True Detective?
Okay, I tried to watch season 1 of True Detective. I was like, it was too dark. And I like dark.
It's dark, but it's good.
But I think I like dark humor more than I like dark stuff. So
okay,
I feel like I need...
Mayor of Easttown has no dark humor. That's just dark.
I know. But I was also in a different headspace when I watched Mayor of Easttown.
Okay.
In my life. Like, I was like a different point, I think. Right? But that was like, what, 2020? Was that 2020?
That... I think you nailed it. It's 2020 because it came out around the same time Inside by Bo Burnham came out. And I watched those both with Maeve in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Shout out to Maeve.
Hi, Maeve. It was so good. And Evan Peters was incredible in it. And I was like, oh, he's too likable. He's going to die. And then he died. Spoiler alert from a show 4 years ago.
I didn't see him dying. And it was so quick, too.
I know.
It was so
I was
quick.
like, I knew it.
So
I liked you
realistic.
too much. You're going to die. I knew it.
Yeah, it was such a bummer. That was crazy.
Okay.
True Detective season 1 is worth it, though, Katie.
I tried it. I got like...
All of it? How much?
I own 2 episodes.
Go to 4 episodes.
All right.
Because the 4th episode's pretty incredible. They do this like 12-minute one-shot.
Okay.
That is really, really cool.
It's like my nightmare. I sit there and watch a shot for 12 minutes. Okay.
No, it's perfect. It's great.
Clearly, Reese is more into film than I am.
Yeah, it's so well done.
I have a question for you two.
Yes.
So,
wait, Leo, you have to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Leo. I'm Katie's brother. I'm Reese's best friend, and I am your producer.
Wait, Reese.
Yay.
Reese.
We haven't introduced
So
ourselves.
here's my question for you. Oh, yeah, actually, you should say your names.
Wait a second.
I'm Reese.
I'm Katie.
That's my intro.
Reese, if you are Leo's best friend, are you not my best friend?
No, I'm not.
This feels terrible. Are we even friends?
We'll
Sorry
see.
to
We'll
say.
keep score. It might change.
I feel like
that's
Reese and I are mostly siblings.
Yeah,
No friendship.
I would agree with that.
Not
I
friends
would
at
agree
all,
with that.
just siblings.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
I
you're
would
telling...
agree with
Hold on. So, are you saying that my friends... No, hold on. I'm friends with you two who are siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're basically siblings too, Leo.
Okay.
Yeah. You're also kind of married.
Honestly.
Here's my question for you guys.
Who? You and me?
No, you and Leo.
Oh, yeah, me and Leo. I was like, you have a husband, Katie.
No, I'm married, but you and Leo have been married
Here's my
longer.
question for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
sorry.
well, yes, we're ready for the question.
This is our pilot.
That is true.
You guys have been talking a good bit about how you need to go further in than just the pilot nowadays. Do you think a pilot needs to hold up a show anymore? Or do you think a good pilot can still do the trick?
That's a great question. I think that if the pilot is awful, I will not watch the rest of the show. However, if the pilot is mediocre, I will give it a few episodes to try to see, because that's my favorite thing about television, is that it evolves so much more than movies can. Not anything against movies, it's just like you have more time in television, so you can develop characters more, you can develop storylines, and you can develop so much more. So I think if a TV show is bad or like mediocre first episode, but it can get better, then that's good for me.
Well, pilots are tricky because, so for instance, I watched all of One Tree Hill last year. That was my guilty pleasure show, but I'm not guilty about it at all. It's a great show.
I don't get guilty about shows.
I don't feel like you should be guilty about shows, but
Yeah.
I watched the pilot and I was like, holy shit, Brooke isn't in the pilot. Brooke is Sophia Bush's
Brooke.
character.
Okay, gotcha.
I was like, oh my God, wait a second. And it's a good pilot, but I was like, I feel like I need the core characters in the pilot. Like Yellow Jackets, every single character's there. Like,
Yellow Jackets pilot is so
Yellow
good.
Jackets is maybe the best pilot ever, I think. But a close second is Orphan Black. And Kevin
Orphan
can fuck
Black's
himself.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Kevin Can Fuck Himself is pretty mediocre to me overall.
Oh, Leo and I are going to fight you.
I think the concept is great,
Yeah.
but the execution wasn't brilliant.
Well, I think
I think Annie Murphy and the
Yeah.
guy who played the husband were really good.
Yes,
You
they
don't
were really
think
good.
it was well executed? Sorry.
No, I don't.
I disagree.
Fascinating.
Reese. But I think the first episode, like Leo and I watched it together, and Leo is not really much of like a TV watcher. Like it depends on the show.
Yeah.
But he and I've never seen Leo get hooked on a show that fast. It cut to black, and it was not a sitcom, and I was like, wait, because I almost turned it off because I was like, I'm not watching a sitcom.
I think it really
Oh,
helped.
you didn't know what it was going
Exactly.
Not really.
We didn't know.
Oh, I did.
So our minds were like, whoa, holy shit. And I thought,
Did I recommend that show to you guys?
no, it's
Or did
always
you
been
just
on my
watch it?
list. It's
just always on your list?
It just
Okay.
was never available because it was on AMC, I think. And then it went on to Netflix, and I was like, oh, I have Netflix.
Yeah.
I thought it was amazing. But I do think I think it could have stopped after season 1.
Well, they only had two. They only had 2 seasons.
Did they have 2?
Yeah, they only had 2 seasons and they stopped. Honestly.
Yeah,
so
but
it was fine. That was fine with me.
yeah.
2 seasons was enough. Wait. But Katie, go back to the pilot question that Leo asked. What? Oh, wait. So, what are your top 3 pilots?
Okay.
You got Yellow Jackets. You got Orphan Black.
And
Kevin Can Fuck Himself.
Fairly Odd Parents also. Weird.
I don't remember the Fairly Odd Parents pilot.
It's really good.
I've seen it. I've seen Fairly Odd Parents like every episode. But,
I know.
Like, I don't remember the pilot
It's just,
specifically.
he like wishes for Fairly Odd Parents, and I think that they introduce everyone really clearly. And I know it's a kids show and it's from so long ago, but everyone's funny.
Yeah.
The dad in that show is the best character ever. I love him. But
great.
I do think the pilot of Fairly Odd Parents is like a really, and not just for kids shows, like it's actually, I feel like it does what a pilot needs to do. As someone who doesn't work in TV, I feel like I have different views on like what a pilot should do. So I'd be curious to know.
But you're a viewer. So
I know.
you have opinions that are valid.
Yeah, that's true. But I think it's interesting to see like the differences of people who work in TV versus people who don't. Like, what do you need in a pilot?
Well, I don't work in TV yet, but that's my goal.
I know, but you're a writer. Though.
I write pilots.
Yes,
that's true.
You're a writer.
That's what I
is
do
Leo.
right now. That's true.
So I'd like to know both of your opinions on like what you need in a pilot.
Well, this is actually a really interesting question because I wrote a pilot recently. Mm-hmm. I didn't tell you guys this actually. I wrote a pilot, and then my mom knew this guy who is in the television industry, So he was like, send me the pilot and I'll give you feedback on it. And I was like, great. And I sent him the pilot, and he sent back feedback, and he was like, I couldn't connect to this because I couldn't connect with the character and the backstory of the character. And fundamentally, I disagreed with him because I was like, I don't need, which is fine. But like, I was like, I don't need the backstory for a character in episode 1. And he was someone who wanted the backstory in episode 1. But the reason I like television is because you can expand characters so much as the show goes on. So I almost disagree. Like, I agreed with some of his feedback. Some of his feedback was very valuable. But other parts of his feedback, I was like, I don't know if I like agree with you on this, because like, he worked on the show Community, for example.
Okay.
Community's pilot is like a classic pilot. Like, all the characters are introduced, their motives are introduced. By the end, they're a community or whatever. They're like a study group, and then you move on, and then the show gets weirder and weirder and kind of devolves in the best ways possible. But like, as it goes on. But there are other TV shows like Parks and Rec. I mean, like, Adam Scott and Rob Lowe don't come on until the end of season 2 in that show. Same as like the Office. Like, a lot of characters don't really come on until season brutal. 2. It's, well, you know why? It's because it's a
because they did the complete
remake of the UK Office. That's what Greg Daniels wanted to do.
And I get why he did that. And obviously, The Office is like one of the best shows ever. Like, I do like The Office a lot, but in terms of pilots, I'd say that's one of the worst ones.
It's a weak pilot.
Yeah,
it's for sure a weak pilot.
And same
but
with
so
Parks
is
and
the
Rec.
Parks and Rec one. Yeah. But their first seasons are both 6 episodes, and then their season 2s start out right away. Yeah. Because you already know the characters, so they can just get to like good plot lines and good stories. I think dramas have better pilots than comedies because the dramas have to establish more and have to establish this is what the storyline's going to be. Like the Breaking Bad and the Sopranos pilots are like near perfect pilots because you know exactly what the show's going to be like in the future.
Like, for instance, like a pilot, Leo's going to laugh when I say this. A pilot that I have a problem with is the New Girl pilot.
You do?
Because...
even though that's your favorite show ever.
Oh, I've seen New Girl. I could do a whole podcast on New Girl. I've watched it so many fucking times. Probably, I could do the math. I've watched it a lot of times. But the New Girl pilot's so interesting because Damon Wayans Jr. is in the pilot, but then he got the Happy Endings show. I love Happy Endings, by the way.
Happy Endings is solid.
It's a really cute show, but he got that and then left New Girl.
They brought in Lamorne Morris.
I mean, who's incredible.
Yeah,
love him.
Course.
But it was I didn't like the pilot because it was like, they bring in this character and then he's gone. And it's really, it's a funny pilot.
It's a funny pilot. And it works in that sense.
Yeah.
They almost did the opposite thing in Psych. In Psych, in the pilot, you have Lassiter's girlfriend, and they cut her. It's Ann Dudek is the actor. They cut her and brought in Maggie Lawson in episode 2 because Ann Dudek's character didn't test well. Like, they made the entire pilot, but she didn't test well because they thought that Lassiter was cheating on his wife with her.
Oh my God.
Really, because he mentioned his ex-wife or something, but it was his ex-wife and he had a new girlfriend. But people were like confused by that concept. And so they brought in Maggie Lawson in episode 2, and of course she became like the mainstay. So you were talking about One Tree Hill not having every character. Yeah. Psych is the same way because Maggie Lawson's not in it.
That's wild.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, it's funny because I keep going back to Yellow Jackets because that pilot blew my fucking mind.
Great pilot.
It's amazing, but I feel like that one brings in characters so slowly that it works. Even though
that's true.
But it's different, I guess, because it's in the future. It's also a drama, and comedy is
it's a drama.
It's apples and oranges or whatever the fuck people say. But it's funny because I love New Girl so much, but I do think that pilot was lacking. But there were some good moments too. I mean, they showed the chemistry between Nick and Jess pretty quickly, which I thought was smart.
And between Cece and Schmidt a little bit. Or you knew Schmidt was going to like Cece at least for the long run.
But I remember being surprised that they actually went ahead with the Cece Schmidt thing. I was like, oh, good. Okay, great. Whatever.
You're surprised?
A little bit.
I knew right away. Why were you surprised?
Well, when I first started watching New Girl in like sophomore year of high school, I actually wasn't really that into it. I was like, okay, whatever, it's fine. Then I got obsessed.
Came out in 2011. I know.
Yeah, so it was the beginning of my sophomore year of high school.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's whatever. I think a friend showed me it, a friend that I didn't like very much. So I was like, whatever. You know what I mean?
Immediate, you're like, yeah, okay, whatever you say, yeah.
But then I was in a real funk, like in my early 20s. Oh, God. I say early 20s. I'm not in my early 20s anymore. It's fine. But I was in a real funk, and New Girl was like the one show I could watch that just like picked me back up, brought me into their world, but not too much that I came out of it and was like, ugh. This world sucks.
Right. Yeah.
Because they have real problems, and it also takes place in LA, which is cool. Like, so watching it now is interesting. Like, we could drive past the New Girl loft if we wanted to, which is cool. But I think that the New Girl pilot, it's funny because the New Girl pilot was lacking, and I don't know if I would keep watching New Girl today if I just watched the pilot and was like,
I think pilots, more than anything, have to establish vibes, which is so weird to say, but I think it just needs to establish, like, the tone of what the show's gonna be, more than, like, every character, every storyline, all that. Like, it needs to establish, okay, how are we gonna be going forward? I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, but it's so interesting because they, switcherooed Coach and Winston.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Which felt strange. I mean, obviously Lamorne Morris is a genius, and he was perfect.
I mean, he won an Emmy.
I still need to watch the Fargo season he was in. I'm so happy for him.
I didn't watch it, actually. I didn't watch that Fargo season. I've watched only the first 2 or 3 seasons of Fargo.
I haven't even seen Fargo the movie.
What?
I know.
That's crazy.
I know.
That's a good movie.
Well, I'm going to do a deep dive on Fargo at some point in life here. But
okay. I wonder if you'll like the show better than the movie, actually.
Well, it's dark humor, right? I mean, that's kind of...
It's dark humor.
That's the whole point of Fargo,
It's your thing.
That'll be my thing for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, Katie, do you want to make that your homework assignment for next episode?
I watch Fargo.
Yeah.
I watch every episode of Fargo.
Just one episode, Katie.
You know me.
Or like a couple episodes.
I'm gonna watch the season 1 and I'll just be like.
All right. Yeah. Well, I will hold you accountable for that, and then we'll have to find Reese homework, and you can give me homework if you want.
Yeah.
Ooh,
oh yeah. Well, let's explain to the audience the homework idea. Leo, can you explain that to them?
Sorry, I had to get back on mic. Yeah. So we've got a couple little things that are going to be in each episode as of right now. We'll have homework. We've got a game segment that I am lovingly calling Ronkings.
Oh, great.
We'll talk about, that's just the title. We'll talk about the story of that.
Oh, Ronkings hurts my brain. Okay.
So the homework premise is basically inspired by the fact that every time I talk to you two, I've never seen what you guys are talking about. So I'm going to try and catch up, and I will watch whatever you guys watch, or if you need me to watch my own assignments, we will. There's also, depending on who wins, a little game segment.
Oh, there's a winner for the game.
There's a winner. The winner doesn't have to do the party punishment.
Oh, there's a part. What's the party punishment?
You will find out after the game.
Okay, I like it.
Anyway, why don't we take a little break, and when we come back, we'll hop in with our first game segment. Does that sound fun?
Okay, sounds good.
Think about homework assignments. We'll see you in a bit.
New recording. Aww.
New recording.
That race was going to go up.
New recording.
New recording.
New recording.
Men.
No.
Talk about a good pilot.
We don't talk about Chuck Lorre shows on this. Actually, sorry. Yeah. Also, Yellow Jackets is coming back the 14th. Very exciting.
The best way to celebrate Valentine's Day is cannibalism.
I'm going to Miami. I'm going to Miami for Valentine's Day, and I'm a little nervous.
Don't you feel like that's a little braggy to the Yellow Jackets characters? You're going to be in Miami, and they're going to be starving?
No, that's fine. 3 shows come out that weekend.
Oh, wait, which ones?
Well, Yellow Jackets comes out.
Okay.
New Last Week Tonight with John Oliver.
Oh, Alan loves that show.
Yeah, it's great. And something else comes out the 16th, the Sunday. Let me check my app. Let me check the TV Time app. If
I know that it's not the
we should
Super
do our
Bowl.
we should do our recommendations of the week, and mine is the TV Time app.
Okay.
We're not sponsored by them, but I love them so much.
We're not sponsored by shit.
Hold on, it wasn't on my...
White Lotus season 3.
Oh, wait, when does that come out?
Hold on!
What?
What is the TV Time app?
Thank you for asking. I recommended Katie this a long time ago.
I don't like it.
I love it. The TV
Sponsor
Time,
us.
Please sponsor us, TV Time app. It's a free app. I don't know how they get publicity, but the TV Time app basically, you put in all your shows you've watched, so you can keep track of what's upcoming, what episode you're on, and because I watch like 5 to 10 shows at once, I can be like, oh, I click this show, and then it's like, oh, you're now on this episode. So whenever I go to my different streaming channels, I can be like, oh, this is the episode I'm on.
To me, Reese, this just tells me that you're not very organized with your calendar.
This is actually meaning I'm more organized than you. So
No,
I don't know
because
what you're talking about.
on my calendar, I have a whole section. You know how on Apple Calendar you can create work, personal. I have a TV section.
Did not know you could do that, actually.
Katie,
Okay,
be so careful with with your next answer. You have a calendar for television?
Yeah, I do.
And we are so lucky to have you as a podcast host.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is great.
I fucking love TV.
Leah,
so
Leah, we're
much.
ready for the game.
Okay,
yeah,
hold
yeah.
on. Well, first we got to finish your last segment. Recommendations
okay.
of the week. You had said White Lotus.
Okay, Reese.
White Lotus,
Let me
Last Week Tonight, and Yellow Jackets are coming out next week. But they'll already be out by the time this comes out, so that's fine. But my recommendation of the week is the TV Time app. If you love TV, get the TV Time app.
Jesus.
Love it.
That's my recommendation.
And if you would
Reese.
like to have an ad read just like that, but pay us for it,
Yeah.
TV Time, I love you so much. Please sponsor us. You're so great. I
email
I
in
use
the
you
description.
religiously.
Okay, Katie, what are your
I
recommendations?
actually do use them religiously, so.
Okay. Well, I mostly have show recommendations. Unfortunately, I don't even want to recommend that. I watched the Diddy documentary.
Ugh.
I
I'm
know.
not watching that shit.
It was horrifying, but
More like
it
duty.
was true. Really good roast, Leo.
Thanks.
But it's
Aren't you
similar.
glad you got
I
me
had
on
this
mic?
similar. I had a similar vibe with Quiet on Set, because for Quiet on Set, I felt like, oh, this is so disgusting, but fuck yeah, these people are speaking out and getting to say what happened and speak their truth. I had the same feeling with the Diddy. I hate even saying his name, with that documentary, because it felt like people were able to speak their truth and all this stuff. So it felt like sort of satisfying in that regard, but I don't recommend it because it's horrifying.
Would
so
you
fuck
recommend
him.
Quiet on Set, though? Because I
Yeah.
recommend Quiet on Set.
Yeah,
more.
I do too.
I think that's worth watching.
I think I'm so
It's
passionate
not
about.
It's not that well made, but it's powerful.
I disagree. I feel like it was well made, but I'm so passionate about keeping your kids offline. Like, it's so fucking dangerous. And I feel like that documentary kind of sparked people to talk about it more.
Okay.
And not just like child actors, but like, family vloggers, all this bullshit. It's just awful. And so I hope that family vloggers actually watch Quiet on Set and take it to heart and like understand what they're potentially doing.
Yeah.
Because people are creepy and terrifying, and I don't even really like to put myself on the internet, so the fact of doing a podcast is pretty weird. But yeah, I think Quiet on Set.
Speak on it, girl. Speak on it.
Well, Quiet on Set was one of my top shows because I felt like it was.
Really?
Yeah, it was, because
Wow.
it felt just really powerful, and it felt really needed for so many of those people who spoke. And I'm going to read Jeanette McCurdy's book.
Oh, that book's supposed to be good.
Yeah, it looks really good. And I want to read that.
You shouldn't read it. I've heard it's great as an audiobook.
Oh, true.
Ooh.
I like
Because
to
she
read.
reads it.
I like to read 30 minutes every night before I go to bed, but maybe I can switch it up and listen 30
Yeah.
minutes.
30
but-
minutes, baby.
I know. But from we're proud of you for watching TV. Please don't put your children on the internet. That is all. Thank you.
Yeah. That's
Katie.
That's Katie's recommendation.
That's my soapbox and my recommendation. Keep your kids off the goddamn internet.
Yeah.
But yeah, Quiet on Set was great, and then the Diddy documentary is like, I think, very good but horrifying.
How many episodes is it?
I think it's only 3
Okay.
or 4. It's short, but it's.
That's how many Quiet on Set was. I think Quiet on Set was like 4 or 3.
I watched that with Alan.
Then they had the follow-up one.
Yeah. Another one, I mean, this is from last year, but Lessons in Chemistry is fantastic. And I don't think
I do like Brie Larson.
I don't think it got the nods that it should have. I think it was really well.
It got a bunch of Emmy nods. Yeah. It didn't win, but it got a bunch of nods.
I feel like there's a difference between Emmy nods, though, and people talking about it day to day. I didn't hear anybody talking about it.
See, I track a lot of things based on IMDb ratings and IMDb numbers, and it did relatively well. I think Apple TV probably hurt it a little bit because it's not Severance, and Severance is like the Apple TV like icon, and
the morning show.
And morning show. Silo is getting big.
Still need to watch Silo.
I haven't watched Silo either. They're getting bigger and bigger, Apple TV shows in general. But I don't think Lessons in Chemistry hit as much as they wanted it to, obviously.
My God, final episode, I was sobbing. I was like inconsolable for a good 15 minutes. That's mess.
Awesome.
Oh, but
that's when you know that's when you know it's a good episode.
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry thinking about it. Okay, sucked it back in. We're all good. So great show.
Leo, all right, here, let me come to your rescue. Lessons in Chemistry. Thank you. Those are recommendations. Let's move on to our next segment.
Yay, game.
Rees, Katie, welcome to your inaugural game of Rockings.
Oh, it is Rockings?
No. We're going to call this segment Rockings until we come up with a better name.
Why don't we call it the game segment?
Well, because I want to tell
That's
the
a really good
story.
idea, Rees.
Oh, you
want to tell the Rockings story.
That's why. Okay, cool.
So you don't have to go listen to Gamify. Here is the origin story of this podcast.
Listen to Gamify. Listen to my brother's podcast. It's such a great podcast, and I was on an episode, and it was very fun. So go watch Gamify.
I think you were on the last episode.
Yeah, I was, and then you guys stopped it, which feels very offensive.
Because it was the best one, and I was like, okay, let's pivot.
Yeah.
True. So, Ronkings was a game where we we ranked things, but switched the categories by which they were ranked. It was very fun.
It hurt my brain.
It's very silly.
It really hurt my brain.
Maybe we'll play it
what it is.
on this podcast at some point. But
okay.
For now, today's first game of Ronkings is... I'm going to insert a drum roll sound here. No, don't.
Don't clap. No.
Reese, I liked yours a lot.
Okay. I'm going to put sounds in, but just imagine for me the sounds of like an airplane whoosh, and then the like, and then the button of pressing the like flight attendant button, and then a voice goes. This is your pilot speaking. This is our first game. This is your pilot speaking.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
I would hate it if Leo was my pilot.
Can I get a react from you guys? Like, ooh, we're suddenly on a plane, just like.
Oh my God, I'm on a plane. I hate planes.
There's been a lot.
Suddenly need diarrhea.
How dare I develop mise en scène? How dare I develop mise en scène? Okay.
Oh, there was the Alaska crash, the DC crash.
I don't want to talk about it. I have to get on a plane in a few days. Please don't do this to me.
I'm going on a plane
Leo
next week.
and Mom are going on a trip without me.
Right.
Are you going to Canada?
Here's the game.
Oh, Canada.
Here's the game.
Okay, we're ready.
Here's how this is your pilot speaking works. In my fresh pilot voice, I will be reading to you the description of a pilot episode.
Oh, I'm gonna destroy Katie.
I don't know that you are.
Here's the thing.
Unless they're really like, unless she's seen them and I haven't.
Now, I don't know if you guys know this. There are a lot of TV shows who named their first show Pilot, or their first episode Pilot.
Yeah, New Girl.
Yeah, all of them.
Pretty much.
Wow.
So
that's the point. You have to name it Pilot because of pilot season.
Wait,
I don't know if you have to anymore, but yes.
Was Yellow Jackets the first episode called Pilot? Because if it wasn't, I'm pissed.
Yeah, true.
That's okay.
I don't know.
Sorry.
Unless you go to full season order or something.
Take a shot every time I say Yellow Jackets.
It's okay. I'm such a poser. I had to give up on that first episode, and I'm going, yeah, can you believe it? Like, I know what you're talking about.
Leo, we'll sit you down and tape your eyes open,
I don't know. Leo has a
it.
little anxiety when it comes to planes already. Should we really show him this show?
Yeah, we should show him that one, and we should show him the episode of Grey's where the plane crashes.
Here's how the game works.
What? Aren't there multiple?
In my best pilot voice.
Yeah.
In my best pilot voice, I will read you the description of a pilot episode. So here's an example.
Okay.
If for some reason the episode or the title of the show is in the description, I will say blank.
Okay.
Or something akin to. So, this is your pilot speaking. On her 27th birthday, blank, descendant of the great gunslinger Wyatt Earp, reluctantly returns home to take on her family's legendary curse.
Beep. Winona Earp. I don't know.
You're correct.
So we beep in.
Yeah, sure. Apparently.
Oh, I thought we were just yelling. Or I didn't know
I'm fine.
We can do either.
Yeah.
I actually hadn't gotten. Do a flight attendant button.
Bing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Thanks.
Or ding.
They can't see you guys, but I'm making them raise their finger up. All right.
Yeah.
Which finger?
Okay.
Ding.
Bing.
Your choice. Now, you guys feeling ready?
Yeah.
I'm so ready. I mean, I got that first one. I've never even seen it.
Yeah, me
Okay.
neither.
Fuck yeah.
You crushed me on that one.
Me.
All right.
Maybe this will be close. Or maybe I'll get crushed.
Maybe
For
you will.
the
So great.
For the first section,
Wait,
there's
sorry,
a
Leo.
yes.
Are we allowed to interrupt you when during the pilot, like the description, or should we wait until the end to ding?
Absolutely interrupt me when you know it.
Okay.
Oh, this is going to be gross.
I would never ask you guys not to interrupt me.
It's going to be a bloodbath.
Okay, here we go. For the first section, all shows will be between the years 2000 and 2010.
Perfect.
Here we go. In the pilot episode, Kate decides to return back to work while Paul tends to the family. Paul discovers that his oldest daughter, Bridget, is dating his coworker, Tommy. Yes, Katie?
8 Simple Rules.
It is 8 Simple Rules, 2002.
I have literally never heard of that show.
Oh my God. Don't watch it if you have a dead dad. It's very triggering.
Okay. Thank you.
But you have an
Next.
alive dad, so maybe watch it. I don't know.
Yeah. That's true.
That's a good barometer for this show.
Yeah. Katie, you're
It's very binary. I
What
like
the
it.
fuck?
Should
right.
dead dad be the next guest?
No.
Well, I'll have to look into how
Mom's
to
gonna
do
love
that.
this episode.
Give me some time. Okay. Cheryl can't leave Ruby alone on her first week at kindergarten. Jim says it's because she's a woman and decides to take her himself, but he also can't leave her behind. Jim not only can't leave Ruby alone, he ends up changing schools for her, which causes fighting between him and Cheryl. Yeah.
This is so wrong, but I heard the name Ruby. Is it Max and Ruby? The little bunny show?
I was thinking that too.
I wish. No. Katie,
Oh,
do you
keep
want to
going.
give it a try?
Oh, yeah. I have no clue.
I have no idea. I don't know.
This is, according to Jim, a 2001 show
Oh.
that I had never heard of, but when I read this description, I was like, dope, so we're just sexist in the summary. Fierce.
And
That's
to
crazy.
kindergartners.
You know what I'll
crazy.
say? They're saving me time.
That's
They
true.
are.
Here we go.
I have heard of According to Jim, but I've never seen an episode or even like heard the premise.
According to Jim.
I like when people are loudly where they're at. I appreciate that.
I guess 2001, baby.
Okay. FBI agent blank needs forensic anthropologist blank's help.
beep.
Yes.
Bones.
Reese first. Yes, Reese.
I just watched all
2005,
12
baby.
seasons of that.
2005.
Oh, no.
All right.
Alan's going to be so disappointed.
We are tied 1-1. If I didn't say it, Bones 2005. Next.
Shit.
This show revolves around an unattractive secretary at a fashion magazine. Based on the Colombian telenovela, Katie.
Ugly Betty?
Correct.
Oh.
Ugly Betty, 2006. Based on the Colombian, just so you guys know, I didn't. It's the telenovela is called Betty La Fea, which is literally just Betty Ugly.
Yeah.
I just thought of another good pilot. Jane the Virgin. Great pilot. Okay.
Next, you guys ready?
No
Yes.
reaction. Yeah, we're ready.
Well,
They
it
agree
may
with
or
me.
may not be an answer that I just had to get rid of.
Oh.
Jane the
LOL.
Virgin didn't come out between 2000 and 2010, though.
There's a second round.
Yes,
Oh, gotcha. No, it
you
didn't.
can still do it.
Came out later.
You guys ready for the vaguest pilot summary out
Yeah.
of all of them? Here we go.
Yes.
It's Melinda's wedding day, and her husband, Jim, has a surprise for her.
Beep.
Katie?
Wait, nope, I take it.
Okay.
That was taking it back.
Melinda, you said? Melinda and Jim?
I have a follow-up. I'm going to do a full summary if no one can get it from this.
Shit.
Oh,
Wait,
thank God.
Yeah.
Is it King of Queens?
That's incorrect, Katie.
No, it's not King of Queens.
Reese, do you want to guess before going on to the summary?
No clue.
Here we go.
Okay.
Melinda Gordon has seen, heard, and talked to ghosts since she was a child. With the guidance of her grandmother, she helps spirits to cross to the other side. On her wedding day, to the paramedic Jim Clancy, the ghost of Sergeant Paul Adams, who was missing in action in Vietnam, comes to her, asking Melinda to contact his son, Michael Adams. Michael believes Melinda is a fraud, but when his wife forces him to call the Pentagon and give the information from Melinda, the army finds the remains of his father.
That's the pilot?
Yep, sorry, I got a little passionate there.
That's great.
Katie?
Is it the diplomat?
No. The diplomat's ghost.
It came out gonna be
2000s.
so bad.
Reese, final guess?
Fuck.
Fuck me. Spirits.
This is Ghost Whisperer.
I was gonna guess Ghost Whisperer.
I'm sorry.
It was on the tip of my tongue.
Y'all,
I knew
Ghost
it was gonna be
Whisperer
ghost or
is
spirits.
wild.
That is
I saw
wild.
an episode where, I'm not kidding, a plane crashes in their small town, and she knows it's happening because the plane gets all cold, like it loses oxygen. So there's all these ghosts of people still on the plane in the air. So they're talking to her, and then the plane crashed. That show is nuts.
Hilarious.
That's crazy.
All right, sorry. Next. Again, this is the description for the pilot episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
A young kindergarten
Grey's
teacher...
Anatomy. Just kidding. Sorry, I'll shut the
A young
fuck up.
kindergarten teacher collapses in her classroom after losing intelligible speech while student... Reese?
It's House.
In his house.
Reese, how'd you know that?
Because
I love House.
I've only seen the pilot of House.
No
so
way.
Wow.
So I
What are you
remember that
doing?
episode.
Oh, it's such a great show. Why have you only
It's
seen the pilot?
great because it's so long, and I was like, there's so many other shows, and I don't love what's
If
it
you
called?
say you don't love Hugh Laurie, I'm gonna punch
No.
you.
I don't
Okay.
love medical dramas. I like medical comedies like
That
Scrubs.
makes one of us. All right.
Yeah.
There's
Yes,
an
it's
episode of
House.
House that has... I forget his name. The guy who plays Junie in Spy Kids, currently married to...
Yes,
Daryl
it's so
Sabaria is his
good.
name. Daryl
Thank you.
Sabaria.
Thank you
He's
for cutting me
married
off.
to Meghan Trainor.
I said currently married to, which is a wild choice.
I'm currently married to Alan Murphy.
My
Who are
point
you
was
currently married?
when he was a kid, he was in an episode of House, but I knew him from Spy Kids, so it
Right.
really threw me to see him sick.
That would throw me off. On a
Yeah,
Okay.
he looked bad too. I
Yeah.
mean, he's big.
We
patients
are
all look
currently at who
Should
got,
be 2-2, right?
It's 2-2 because Katie got
Really?
Ugly Betty, right?
bad. Oh
Yeah,
my
Katie got Ugly Betty.
God.
We're 2-2. Okay, here we go. This is, I don't know if it's a tough one, but we'll see. A brutal serial killer is targeting prostitutes who have children. When he contacts police Lieutenant Blank to taunt him, the case becomes personal.
It's not Dexter.
No.
I know that.
Can you read it again?
Sure. A brutal serial killer is targeting prostitutes who have children. When he contacts police
Reasonable.
Lieutenant Blank to taunt him, the case becomes personal.
Lieutenant Blank. So the show is named after the lieutenant.
Correct.
Jesus, that's awful.
Would you like to know the actor?
Sure.
No, I'll
Might be-
know
Oh.
immediately.
Yeah, probably. Do you want the year?
Yes,
Sure.
that'd be good.
2005. Smack in the middle.
5. Huh.
Beep.
Katie?
Psych.
No.
That's not Psych. Are you crazy?
A crazy
Psych.
dark
Just
reinterpretation of
kidding.
Psych.
Psych came out in 2006 for one.
kidding.
It also has nothing. It also has nothing to do with a serial killer and prostitute.
Imagine
No.
he builds his fake psychic agency and his first job is that.
I
And he's
think
like, oh, I
James
messed up.
Roday would be a great prostitute.
What are you talking about?
What
Do
are
you
you
guys have-
talking about?
do you
I
guys have
saw
final
him
guesses?
in person. No, I don't.
I have no idea.
This is Kojak with Ving Rhames.
Oh, I've never seen Kojak.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
All right, next. Still tied, 2-2. In order to help him get a girlfriend, Stan rigs the school election to make Steve class president. Things go awry when the powers of his new position go to his head.
Ooh, God. Steve.
Jeez.
Steve and who? Who's the other character?
Stan?
Steve and Stan.
I don't know. Honestly, we should probably go to the 2010 to 2020s.
Don't rush me. I have one more question after this. God.
We'll probably know so many more.
This is hard.
I can't believe you haven't done like Breaking
Final
Bad, Mad Men, The Office,
Final
Parks and
hints.
Rec. There was a lot of 2010.
Say it again,
Final
Leo.
hints. In order to help him get a girlfriend, Stan rigs the school election to make Steve class president. Things go awry when the powers of his new position go to his head. I'll tell you, it's animated.
Beep.
Reese was up first.
No, I didn't say beep first, so it could go to Katie.
South Park?
Nope.
No, that's not the pilot of South Park.
Beep.
Reese?
Head of the class?
No, unfortunately, it's American Dad. American Dad.
Oh, I've actually never seen American Dad. I've watched
Leo
so
loves
many.
that show.
Yeah, I've watched so many shows. I haven't seen that one.
We're gonna get this last one in for this round. For this range, here we go. Stripped of everything, the 48 survivors of a plane crash scavenged Katie?
Lost.
Oh my God.
Lost.
I was gonna
Got
say.
really close.
Well, you said Survivor, and it was in my head. Sorry.
Okay, we are at 3-2. Katie is up now. In this, I would
have gotten that like this if you hadn't gotten it right before me, Katie. I'm
usually how
annoyed
games
that
work.
way.
Why did I name it that? I named this round the rescue round. Am I trying to make myself afraid of planes? Why am I doing this?
I don't know, but
this is all about plane crashes.
I didn't mean it to be.
Next episode, we'll be watching the Grey's Anatomy plane crash episode.
Apparently, I had a lot on my mind.
Jackets.
Jesus. Okay. All right. Here we go. In this round, points are doubled. So correct answer is worth 2.
All right.
Here we go.
Sick.
Again, this is 2010 to 2020.
Awesome.
Not a lot of the big names, though. I am trying to keep it a little tricky.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Here we go.
Katie's on her phone. She's cheating.
I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
ready
but
to
her
go to
case is really
2020.
cute, though.
I know. Isn't it cute? Look, and also it's magnet. Sometimes I can go like this and I can stick it to stuff.
Wow,
So-
this is great content for a podcast.
Right. Sorry, here we go. A CIA case officer becomes suspicious that a Marine sergeant, Reese.
Homeland.
Yeah, good job.
Tick.
Reese takes the lead, 5-4.
I haven't seen Homeland.
Homeland, 2011.
Wait, no. I had 2 points. Katie had 4, so it should be 4-4.
I thought you were under her by 1, and she was at 4. I thought it was
2 to 4.
You were at 2, so it is 4-4.
I was at 2. It's 4-4. Yeah.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Imprisoned by a cult leader as a teenager, this Midwesterner is freed after 15 years. The first thing she decides to do, move to New York City.
Beep.
Ooh.
Katie?
The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Correct.
Oh, nice.
Such a great show.
Classic,
6-4.
classic.
Katie back in the lead from a tie.
No, Katie. It's. Oh, you're right. You're right.
Actually, Leo, I have 8 points. So
A notorious hacker takes an interest in cybersecurity engineer and vigilant Reese.
Is it person of interest?
It is not. I'm going to finish,
okay.
and then Katie, you can steal.
Okay.
A notorious hacker takes an interest in cybersecurity engineer
my
and
God.
vigilante-styled computer hacker
Fuck
Elliot,
you.
while an
It's
evil
Mr.
corporation
Robot.
is...
It's Mr. Robot. No one should get it. It's Mr. Robot, clearly. Damn it.
I wouldn't have gotten it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that a buy round, or are we giving Reese the points?
No, that's a buy round, because I fucked up.
All
I didn't
I
listen to
appreciate,
enough of it.
I appreciate the honesty, so I'll give you a point for that.
Oh, thanks.
I like it.
Do
All
I
right.
get a point for
Nope.
not
Nothing.
interrupting you?
Here we go. 5-6. Katie in the lead. After a chance encounter with childhood sweetheart, blank uproots her life. No, I'll give you her name. Rebecca uproots her life and moves across the country. Katie.
Oh, fuck. Is it Crazy Ex-Girlfriend?
It is Crazy Ex.
It is. Good call.
It's your
Meet Rebecca. She's the coolest girl in the world. Hey, wrong Rebecca. She's hard to summarize. She's kooky. Do, 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 do. And there she looks kind of
Are we possibly going to get copyright stricken for this?
No, you're allowed
Wrong,
to say you're allowed to
Rebecca.
do 30 seconds or under.
Oh, yeah,
Darn.
that was under.
Yeah.
We
You're
could have lied.
welcome.
We could have picked any number, and then we would have had to deal with a lot less of this.
I
Yeah,
was
that's
working
true.
hard at a New York job at a company that made me blue.
Who am I kidding? It wouldn't have changed anything.
Yeah, it
So I
would've
decided to
done
Katie,
move
seriously,
to
any
West
longer we
Covina,
might get in trouble.
California.
Stop. Katie, thanks.
And
All right.
Josh is there.
Next.
Great show. Have you
Damn
seen
it.
that show, Reese?
I've seen episodes. I haven't seen all of it.
What's the score now? Reese,
She's
you
so
came
great.
up to 5, so Katie's at 7? No, Katie's at...
No, Katie's at 8.
8, thank you. Next. In the 1980s, 2 Russian KGB agents were trained and set up as sleepers in the
The
Rees.
Americans.
Correct.
I was going to say Archer.
No. I watched The Americans with Annika a little bit. We watched the first 2 episodes.
All right,
haven't seen
folks,
it.
we have
Dad
2 more
liked it,
questions. 2 more questions. Here we are. Broke and low on options, Earns seeks to enter the music industry by Rees.
Atlanta.
Correct. Rees, you just took the lead.
Great show. No,
Katie,
he didn't.
if you win this, I believe you are up by 1
It's 10-0.
because of Reese's nudge.
It's 10-0, baby.
So this is the
10-0,
game.
Katie wins.
if
This
you
is the
get
game.
this, if you get this one, Katie, you win. If Reese gets this one, Reese wins. It is that
If
close.
no one gets it, I win also, though.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
So Katie, you need to win here.
You need this, Katie.
I do need this,
It's
even
gonna
though
be
I am winning.
I swear to God, it's gonna be the New Girl pilot, and I'm gonna
It
lose
is-
my shit.
I think
He does
this
like me
is the
more.
most even split, inconspicuous
Mm.
show that I could have picked between your 2 interests.
Okay, great.
I was
Okay.
very intentional with this last one.
Oh,
Okay.
he loves us. Okay.
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay. I'll give you the full name too. Jack Griffin loses out on his dream job and becomes a high school teacher of advanced placement biology. Katie.
No, that was a fucking
AP
tie.
Bio.
That was a fucking tie.
I believe it was Katie.
No way. Check the tapes. Check the tapes. There's no way. There's no way.
I'll do a section. I'll
Check
line
the
it
tapes
up.
because we
Oh
were
my
both gonna
God.
get AP Bio. I knew
Okay.
it was AP Bio.
We could do
Holy
one
shit.
more tiebreaker. I just watched that show. It's a great show.
We'll have to check the tapes. I'll put it up in post and I'll let you guys know
That
next
was
week.
a clear tie. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I knew that one.
Okay, closing remarks. We've got homework assignments. I've got my stuff. Katie has hers. If you want to
Katie's
check
gonna-
out our recommendations, please do. Those include last week. Last week tonight with John Oliver. White Lotus is coming up soon. We've got Yellow Jackets. We also have a recommendation to check out Quiet on Set. And if you're feeling brave, the Diddy documentary with a warning from friends.
Don't even do the Diddy documentary.
Easy enough.
If you're feeling brave, do Quiet on Set.
Yeah, if you're feeling brave, do Quiet on Set. I was just saying that's like another documentary I've been watching,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
And we will have to figure out who the loser is next week. And
Wait,
then you will
can you-
hear about what the party punishment is.
Wait, do the party punishment.
Do you want to know what it is now?
Yeah, I want to know what it is now.
Whichever one of you
That
guys
raises
lost
stakes.
has to join me. Just me. The other one doesn't have to do it. And we are going to sit on a call together until you have ranked every single episode of Gilmore Girls.
What? I haven't seen Gilmore Girls.
You don't have to watch them. We will be doing it based purely on synopses or memory of the.
Oh my god!
You will have to rank them based on vibes. You will have to rank it based on vibes.
How many episodes is that?
It's a lot.
150?
Oh my god! That's
Tune in
awful.
next time when we find out who has to do that with me.
Oh my god!
Wait, it's 154. Are we counting the reboot?
Yeah, you count. You gotta count the reboot. The reboot's like
154
4
with the
episodes.
reboot, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's awful.
Katie Rees,
I
closing
definitely
remarks.
won. I just want to say I won that last game. We tied at the AP Bio one. I fairly won that. Holy shit! I haven't seen Gilmore Girls.
Leo,
So
that's insane.
If anything, Katie should have to do the party punishment because she's actually seen Gilmore Girls.
I've seen it a few times.
Yeah,
that's
party
fucking
punishment.
funny.
The party punishments are filmed videos. Those will have our faces and be up on our YouTube channel. Check them
Oh
out.
my
We'll see you guys
God.
next week.
Bye.